Before I start, I want to ask everyone watching to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It really helps me keep sharing these true stories. And if this story hits home or shocks you, share your thoughts in the comments below. I promise, I read everyone. It all started with a text. A simple, casual message from my wife. Don't worry, everything's fine tonight. Just a small office party. See you later. But there was something in her tone that unsettled me. Something I couldn't put my finger on. I had a bad feeling, the kind that gnaws at you quietly, whispering that something's off. For weeks, she had been distracted. Sudden late nights at work, phone calls she'd quickly end, and that new habit of keeping her phone face down. At first, I convinced myself it was paranoia. I even blamed my insecurities. Maybe I was overthinking it. Maybe she really was just busy. But that night, my gut told me otherwise. The office party. I decided to pick her up. Not because I doubted her, but because something inside me wanted to see her in the context of the office she mentioned so often. Maybe my curiosity was my undoing. As soon as we arrived, the party was in full swing. Colleagues laughed, clinked glasses, and danced. I tried to stay invisible, leaning against the wall, nursing my drink, hoping I'd blend in. But I didn't have to look far to see her. She was laughing exuberantly, but not at a joke I told, not at my presence. She was leaning in toward another man, her hand lightly touching his arm, her head tilted closer than necessary. My chest tightened. I told myself it was nothing, just friendly office behavior. Then it happened. She saw me standing there, smiled, and introduced me. Not as her husband, not even as someone she cared for in the room. "Everyone, this is just my driver," she said, loud enough for several people to hear. The words hit me like a punch. My own wife, in front of all her colleagues, reduced me to a role I'd never had, the man who merely drives her around. The laughter that followed felt like knives twisting in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to disappear. The betrayal revealed. I turned to leave, ashamed and humiliated, but then the boss walked in. Not just any boss. The one she'd always claimed was professional and fair. He saw me, froze for a split second, and then looked back at her, frowning. That's when I realized she hadn't just humiliated me to the office casually. It was deliberate. Her charm, the attention she gave that other man, it wasn't innocent. And somehow, in that moment, I saw the truth of months of late nights, secretive texts, and whispered excuses. Later, when I finally got her alone, she tried to explain. Her words stumbled, awkward and heavy with guilt. "I didn't mean to. It was just a joke," she said. But the laughter in the room had confirmed everything for me. I asked to see her phone. She hesitated, fumbled, and for a brief second I caught the messages between her and that man. Flirtations, hidden meetings, laughter shared at my expense. I'd been living a lie in my own home. Emotional fallout. The drive home was silent. I couldn't speak, couldn't cry. Only replayed the evening in my mind. Every memory of her laughing with me felt tainted now. Every small touch or whispered word a potential deception. I questioned myself. Had I missed all the signs? Was I too trusting, too blind? And then came the anger, hot and consuming. How could someone I loved so deeply, someone I trusted completely, reduce me to a punchline? How could she let months of our life together unravel over a careless flirtation? Yet, under that anger, there was sorrow. Deep, aching sorrow. I loved her. I still did. But love alone couldn't fix this. Trust, once broken, leaves scars deeper than words. Turning point. The next morning, I made a choice. I could either stay, trying to patch a marriage that was built on deceit, or I could leave, reclaim my dignity. I packed a small bag. She followed me, apologizing, explaining, crying, but I couldn't hear her. Not then. I called the boss, not to complain, but to clarify, to ensure that what I had seen wasn't some misunderstanding. He confirmed it quietly, professionally. That seal of truth was all I needed. That day, I drove away alone. Not just from her, but from the life I thought we shared. Closure and reflection. Weeks later, I reflect on that night constantly. The humiliation, the betrayal, the heartbreak, they never fully vanish. But something else emerges, strength. I learned that love should never mean erasing your self-respect. That silence in the face of betrayal only deepens the wound. I still remember her face, that mix of guilt and surprise, but I no longer see her as the woman I married. I see her as someone who chose another path, a path that didn't include me. And that realization, painful as it was, freed me. If there's one lesson I hope everyone takes from my story, it's this. Never let anyone make you feel small. Never accept humiliation as love. Your dignity is yours to protect, no matter how much your heart aches. If this story resonated with you, please hit subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories that uncover the raw, unfiltered truth of relationships. And I really want to hear from you. Have you ever faced a betrayal like this? How did you handle it? Share your thoughts in the comments below.